Hello guys and girls, and welcome to GBA Week 4. We are up versus the Gymleader Geo. So, not Gymleader Geo, it's only one Gymleader Geo. But we are up versus the San Francisco GiEnteis. This is an in-conference matchup, so that means he is in the other division, but we are in the same conference. That of course means that we are fighting for the same wildcard spot going into the playoffs, so that makes this game very important. What makes this game important as well is that me and Geo, of course, have some history together. We were in the same division back in Season 5, where we went 1-1. So, this can finally be the game deciding who of us is, going with a winning record versus each other. Because I don't want anyone running around with a tie versus me. I want to have that decided. Preferable, of course, with me having more than an in. But, yeah. That's basically the whole thing going into this match. Before we, of course, we go into the whole team preview thing. The usual shoutouts at the beginning of the match. Shoutout to Pablo, one of the GBA GiEnteis, for joining this team for me. His links will be in the description. And same shoutout goes to JohnnyGB, who was kind enough to record this match for me. Like you know, I can't chat on my own, I can't record on my own, so I'm always relying on some nice people to help me out. This week it was Pablo and Johnny, so definitely give them a look. And yeah, basically as thanks that you can see this content, you gotta thank these two guys too. But now, looking at team matchup, of course, like usual, I did upload a team builder yesterday, so you can check that out if you want to know more about my team. Why these and we's, why this set, why this spread, what are his biggest threats, what are my biggest threats, how do I go into this match, what is my game plan, all this good stuff you can find out in the team builder. But for all, we don't have the time for that, just a very short overview. We got Sugarberry Cobalion, Physically Defensive Tapu Fini, Focus Sash Gengar, Mega Electric, and Choice Scarf Crocodile, and Bulk Up Tornades. Looking at the opponent, he brought the Mew, the Archeops, the Ditto, the Dugtrio, the Shaman, the Scizor, and I was very surprised by that, and very glad. If you watch my team builder, you know what I thought the biggest threats are. Slurpuff, not there. Blacephalon, not there. Hexorus, not there. Very happy to not see those three. These are very annoying offensive monsters to deal with. And another thing I'm very glad not to see is the Toxapex. Toxapex is just way too annoying to kill, and it's not there as well. So at first I was surprised, but then I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's actually pretty good. I'm glad I do not see any of those four, and instead I see these. Looking at this, of course, seeing what his win con is most likely going to be an SD Mega Scizor, and like he wants to trap my Mega Manectric for that with his Dugtrio. That most likely means the Dugtrio Scarf. Archeops, most likely Zmon. Mew, of course, going to be the wild card of the team. Like already mentioned in Team Builder, I have to scout in the game what kind of Mew it is. It might even be that Mew is WinCon, depending on the set. It's like a setup variant, all sorts of stuff. And then Shaman. I'm expecting more of a bulky Shaman to deal with my Mega Manectric, because you don't want to hard switch Dugtrio into Mega Manectric. And look at his team, barring this is a Split Death Mew, he has nothing really to run switch into Manectric. Because of course I could just go for Hidden Power Ice and stuff like that. Usually you want to bring in your Dugtrio when I range kill something with Manectric, and then you can Earthquake KO me if you're Scarfed, that is. If you're Focus Sash, that's another story. Of course you could be ballsy and switching Manectrics, but so yeah, there's that. But yeah, like I said, bulky Manectric, bulky Shaman, SD Mega Scizor, Scarf, Dugtrio, of course Scarf Ditto. I'm not expecting him to be like fancy and not be Scarf. Then Z, Archeops, and then Mew. Like I said, Mew's the wild card. No idea what it does. Could be physical, could be special, could be bulky, could be offensive, could be setup, could be rocks, could be, I don't know, stall in Mew, stall break Mew. There's so many sets Mew can run, literally close to every set. So I have to scout in the game what it is. But looking at this, I definitely want my rocks up. Get some chip damage on mons. In case this is a Focus Sash Dugtrio, I can get rid of the Focus Sash. So rocks are going to be very important for me. His only hazard removal is potentially Defog on Mega Scizor, which I'm not expecting if he's SD. Or the I mean, to be fair, the Archeops as well, which I'm not expecting. Or the Mew, which would mean that it's more of a bulkier Mew. So I just want to get my rocks up, and potentially forces me to defog. Give me already intel that this is probably more of a bulkier move with defog and stuff like that. So yeah, I do just lead with my Cobalion right here. Most likely planning to get up rocks, but of course depending on what he leads with, I might just go for an attack and stuff like that. But yeah, we are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Geo. Nice red hat. And he sends out, or I sent out Cabra of course first. And he does send out the Homeowner, which is of course the Mew. Nice and shiny, nice and blue little fetus right here. And like I said, I do just want to get up rocks right here. Like I have no idea what kind of Mew it is. I don't have really attack to hurt it. The best way to hurt it is going for Volt Switch. So I do decide to just get rocks, and then I should be able to Volt Switch out after it. Even if it's Earthquake or Earth Power and stuff like that, I do have the Sugar Berry, so I can take this hit decently well. So yeah, I decided to just go for my rocks. And yeah, I am faster. So that means he's not scarfed. That is already nice to know. And he pulls out the low kick, which is gonna hurt me a lot since I do not do the ground berry, not the fighting berry. So I'm gonna volt switch out here right away, predicting to go for a Zen headbutt or something like right here, because I don't think he would go for another low kick, because I think he has a very nice switch in. And Zen headbutt kills me from this range, so I'm just going to my crocodile for one, getting intimidated up. And in case he gives us Zen headbutt, of course I'm immune to that. I can go for some knockoff shenanigans. But yeah, from this low kick damage and from this U-turn damage as well, I can see right here he does go for U-turn. I can tell, because that did a lot, even though he's a -1, I can say that he's max attack and he is expert belt. So that is a U-turning low kick in Mew, most likely not set up if he has U-turn, but we will see about that later in the game. He does go into Remix right here, does take some rocks damage and transforms of course into Crocodile. And now I have the first bigger decision to make. Do I want to knock off... Oh wait, here first Intimidate. Do I want to knock off this Ditto's Choice Scarf? And I was thinking a lot if I want to do that or not, and in the end I decided no, because getting rid of this Ditto's Choice Scarf would, for one, I would probably use my Choice Scarf as well, which would be annoying, which with is not that important since he didn't brought the Bercephalon, but that's why I was thinking in the first place, if I should exchange Choice Scarf right here. But if I get rid of this his Choice Scarf, my whole strategy with my setup today doesn't work anymore. So I have to, I have to keep this Choice Scarf on Remix right here. So I'm just gonna switch out into my Topofini, which can take any hit from my Crocodile, even Earthquakes, Knockouts, and Fire Fang, of course, resist. He does hard switch out into Proto right here. Probably predicting a knockoff, I want to say. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going for that. I need the Ditto to keep the Choice Scarf, so I can, sweep with my Tornadus. So here I go into my Walnut, like I already mentioned, trying to switch in on knockoff or Fire Fang like that. My Walnut is not as important in this match as well, since the Hex Rest is not there, so I do not need to keep it 100% healthy, but of course it's still nice for some mons like I said, like the Ditto transforms into the Hex Rest. It's nice for the Scizor as well. So one thing I want to do right now is prevent him from setting up SDs or preventing him to defog. So I'm just gonna taunt him. I don't mind offenses taking bonus punches, taking U-turns. I just don't want him to defog, and I don't want him to SD, because if he SDs too much, I am forced to go to my Manectric, and that's where he can trap me with the Dugtrio. And like I mentioned in the team builder, I only want to use Manectric once I either confirm the Dugtrio Sash and it's broken, or it's dead if it's Choice Scarf. So I am just gonna taunt him right here, not allow him to SD or defog, but he just goes straight for a U-turn. Which of course I can take pretty well because I'm a defensive Finny, and from this damage I can tell that this is an offensive Mega Scizor. So seeing that this might be an SD Scizor is getting more and more obvious, I want to say. Yeah, here he goes into his Shame, and I of course can stay in right here because I would just die to Seed Flare, and I have a very good switch in my special defensive invested Tornadus, and I can start doing the sweeping thing with my Tornadus, because now it's time. I go to Mr. Bro, I do my taking Seed Flares, I resist to that, and he actually goes for Earth Power. Trying to catch my King up probably, but this gives me free switch and gives me my first bulk up of the game, scouting what he wants to switch in here, and actually does go into Proto, which is very nice. I do not go into bulk up. I basically could set up versus anything since the physical move, barring the Archeops, because Archeops is just way too strong with potential Z move and stuff like that. But yeah, I do just go for bulk up, and right here I do the Karks, and after rocks I need to get to +3 to KO Archeops from fall, even though it's resistant. Of course, with the Chesto-Berry gone as well. So I'm deciding to try and get to +3 versus this thing. Of course, I'm gonna first go for another bulk up right here, because either he stays in and goes for bullet punches, and that tells me that he probably, this is his best check for that, so he's probably gonna stay in longer, or he goes for U-turn, in which case bulk up is not a bad play as well, because I take less damage from the U-turn. So I'm just gonna spam bulk up right here, seeing what he wants to do. Oh, never mind, I go for taunt first, because like I said, I don't want to defog, I don't want to do SD alongside me. God damn it, this was, after that, I'm gonna go for bone shots. He just go for the bullet punch right here, no SD. But that, of course, does not do too much because of the bulk up. And he seems he wants to bring me in range of something. See that he just spams bullet punch. Like I said, now it comes to play. I just go for bulk ups right here. I need to reach +3 if I want to have a chance at sweeping his team. So I'm just going to do that. He does go for another bullet punch, thankfully. And I'm just hoping, come on, don't go for U-turn, don't go for U-turn. Just allow me to get to +3. He's probably confused on what I'm doing right here, because even if I go for bulk ups, seems to be dying to the Scizor. So yeah, I get another bulk up. I just have to hope for no crit and no U-turn. He does go for another bullet punch, and now I'm at the magic number +3, and he does not get the crit. So right here is my chance. I can go for my rest or chest to be back at full health and be at +3 and have him boosted acrobatics. So that is very nice. Oh, God damn it. I'm sorry, I'm still a bit sick. That goes for like all the weeks I'm recording right now. But yeah, the rest of chest activates. I'm at full health. He of course goes for one more bullet punch right here. brings me a bit low, and now I can start hitting some things and going for the calcs. Scizor, depending on investment, I KO from here, so I do just go for acrobatics. And like you can see, JohnnyGB takes his first not kill, since he is on a sliver of health. Seems he was a little bit HP invested, but just go for U-turn. So as long rocks stay up, this Scizor is basically dead, and he switches into the Duck Trio right here, which is a Sash. Sash broken with Scarf. I mean, it's not easy either way, but I can take Stone Edge for days since I'm at +3 defense. So you just go for acrobatics. He does pull out the Stone Edge, which does a decent amount to me, but not too much. I can see right here because I'm at +3, and I go for acrobatics, which just obliterates this Duck Trio, which is very nice. Getting rid of Duck Trio was the big turning point in the game, or the big deciding point in the game, in my opinion, because now Manectric can run freely versus his team. He has nothing too well with me. He does go to Remix, and right now, all this keeping the Scarf comes into play, because since right now I know the exact spread it has because it's second line, and going to the calc, only the top 3 rolls of acrobatics kill me. Since he has a choice scarf, his acrobatics is not boosted, it's still 55 base power. So his acrobatics, only top 3 rolls kill me, so I think that's like a 19% chance, something around that, to kill me. If he doesn't get that, I have the chance to sweep through his team, buying, of course, Mew Sucker Punch, in which I could potentially scout with like rest and stuff like that. Since he's physical Mew, and I'll block up 20 is. This could be the decider. If I get this roll, I could just 6-0 actually him right here. So let's see what happens. He does go for the acrobatics, and he does not get a crit, but he does get the roll, sadly, and my Mr. Bro faints right here. Of course, it still depends if the Archeops was Scarf, but since he didn't switch an Archeops first, and did first to go to Duck Trio, I'm very sure that this is not a Scarf Archeops, and this is a more, what you call it, a Z Archeops. But yeah, like I said, Duck Trio is down, so Manectric is free. The Mew is offensive. The Shaman doesn't really want to switch into Volt Switch, he's got to just get momentum, so I do just go for Volt Switch right here. He is, of course, Scarf. But since acrobatics is not boosted and he drops down to +2, it's not doing a whole lot. It's resisted, it's 55 base power, it's only a +2. Like you can see, I chew that easily, and I can just go for Volt Switch, killing this Ditto. And yeah, Manectric is having a field there right now, you will see overall in the match. It's gonna threaten him a lot, and yeah, I do switch out right here into my Cobalion, because Cobalion at such low health is like the least useful member I have right now, and I want to try and bait out the Archeops, so I can finally know what set it is. It does work out, he does get some rocks damage. If he goes for Earthquake, I actually have a chance to lift that because of my Shocker Barrier, but this time it's in his favor to kill me. This time I think I only have like a 20% chance to lift that. So yeah, let's see if I get this chance. I'm just going for Volt Switch right here, trying to kill this thing and have a Death Fall and back, but yeah, once again, the rolls are not in my favor in this game, so he does kill my Cobalion right here, but this gives me free switch once again into my Manectric. Even if he's Scarf after Intimidate, Scarf Earthquake is not killing me. But like I said, I'm pretty sure there's not a Scarf Archeops, otherwise he would have gone into that first with my setup Tornadus. But he does switch out right here, which is most likely telling me that he's not Scarf, and I do just go for another Volt Switch. He does sack the Proto right here, so basically Tornadus got 2 kills, I want to say. But, I mean, it's a rock seal, so sadly it doesn't count for anyone. But yeah, I do the Volt Switch, of course it fails, and he does hard switch into his Shaman. So, depending on the Shaman spread, I can kill him from overheat. But like I said from the beginning, I do not want to, I think it's a bulky Shaman, and I do not want to risk my Manectric right here. So I do just go for the safe Volt Switch. Getting out, this is my best way of revenge killing the Archeops. I still have, otherwise I would have to preserve the stash on my Gengar, which is still very important because I'm expecting this Mew to having a Sucker Punch. But so I just go into my Walnut right here, into my Finny, basically sacking it off to get a free switch into my Gengar, or going back into my Manectric and just overheating him. But he does just go for Earth Power, probably predicting my Gengar to come in. Just a decent amount of damage, looking more like a not offensive Shaman. Oh, sorry for that. But yeah, he does go for second Earth Power right here. I was thinking, like, is he Choice? Is he Choice Scarf? Bulky Choice Scarf? But I just go for Nature's Madness right here because it does more than Moonblast versus him if he's a bulky Shaman. And it definitely breaks them in range of basically anything from my, of the overheat from my Manectric, from the Sludge Wave from my Gengar, from the, potentially even the knockoff of Fire Fang from my Crocodile. So yeah, I just sacking this thing, but right here he does switch up moves so we can see that he's not Choice. He definitely thought probably I want to just pivot into Finny so I can double out into my Gengar. But like I said, I just want to sack the Finny. It didn't do too much in the game, and with a free offensive month, I should be able to pull this game through. I do just go into my Geist right here. Shadow Ball, sadly, does not guarantee kill him if he's a bulky Shaman, so I do just go for my Sludge Wave, and I do not know too much. I only did go for the Volt Switch, which does say, like, it's definitely invested in some way, and the Nature's Madness, of course, doesn't tell me too much, so I do just go for safe Sludge Wave. It does kill the Finny, and right here, he does go into his Haumiano, which is his Mio. He probably didn't want to risk the speed type with his Archeops. But he, of course, doesn't know this is not a max speed Gengar, so he would actually outspeed me. But I just go for Shadow Ball. He does have the Sucker Punch, but because of my Sash, I can live that. And because of my bulk investment, I don't even get brought down to the Sash. Get Curse Body, which of course doesn't matter since I do go for Shadow Ball right here, which does kill this Mio. Since it's an offensive variant, if it would have been a more bulky variant, he had a chance to live the Shadow Ball. But now this guy is dead. He only has Archeops left, which of course does sadly outspeed my Gengar right here, and I'm gonna try to preserve a bit of differential right here because I can just switch out into my... Crocodile, get Intimidate off. If I live the hit, I preserve differential, I can go for a Scarf Knockoff. If I do die to like a Z move, to an Acrobatics, to a crit, then I still can go into Manectric and Revenge Kill him. So basically this is just a play to have a chance to preserve differential, because if he does not kill me, I win 3-0. If he does kill me, I go to Manectric and still win 2-0. The same if he would have killed my Gengar. So that's my overall game plan right here. He does go for Earthquake, does not crit me, so that means preserving differential worked perfectly fine. I do go for knockoff, even with the Z Crystal, that's killing me from there. And we win 3-0 versus the San Francisco GiEnteis and Gymleader Geo. GG Geo, that's a lot of G's. But yeah, let's talk about this match. I think still the big turning point was, Tornadus was definitely the MVP of this game. It killed the Dugtrio, it basically killed the Scizor, and it potentially killed as well the Ditto, and it potentially could have swept his team, of course, seeing if I would have scouted for Sucker Punch on Mew. That still depends in the game. If not, Mew, of course, could have revenge killed me after I took the Acrobatics and Ditto. But looking at this game, I think a big point why I won this game is because he brought such a different team than I expected. I did not watch his team builder yet. I'm sure there's a good reason why he brought the mons he brought. But I can't see it right now just with the mons on screen. I have to watch his team builder for the reasoning, so I can't really just really judge him if that's a good team or bad team. I would have to watch the team builder for that. But I definitely was happy not to see the most threatening mons I was scared of, and rather see this team like this, which I could deal. Once Dugtrio was down, basically I had nothing to be scared of. I knew what the Mew is. It was physically offensive, not Scarf, so I could definitely revenge kill with my Choice Scarf Gengar. My Fini walls it decently well. And yeah, once Dugtrio was down, I basically, my Manectric ran free. I counter everything, can Volt Switch on everything, or kill anything with Overheat. So yeah, I'm gonna give the MVP status to Tornadus for killing this Dugtrio, or basically forcing him to let his Dugtrio die, because otherwise he wouldn't be able to revenge kill me. But yeah, that's basically enough for this upload. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the match. Who do you think the MVP is? And yeah, we are currently 3-1. Going nice into the playoff race, depending if how Joey and Aaron play. And of course Jolt, we potentially are the number 1 spot in the division, or still number 2, or even number 3. So we will have to see how they play, if we got even ahead or something like that. Like the problem is, since this is our divisional matchup, there might be the case that all in our division won, and that means this we all gotta win, and I'm basically not getting anywhere even if I won. So that is a bit sad. But let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope like someone in the other division can pull through. We got like MV, we got Coach Z and Crimson. I put my hopes into you. But either way, that is enough for this upload. Next week we are gonna face Joey Poke-Aim for a divisional matchup. That's gonna be an important match. We can look forward to that. But that's enough for this upload. Definitely hit up all the guys I mentioned in the beginning. Same with Geo, of course, for his side of the match. I'm very interested to see his team builder, so you should watch that too. And of course for the matches as well, Geo always does live comms, so if you prefer live comms or post comms, he is the guy you should follow through the GBA, and definitely at least for this match if you're a Borussia Donphan fan. But yeah, that is all from me. I will see you another time. Ciao.